All right, we're back here on 96.7 KBEL, and it is time for Micah's Man Up on September 4th, 2025. Beautiful Thursday morning, and today we're going to talk about covering your own self. Not physically, but to be radio friendly, I can't say the real word, but usually it's CYOA, cover your own. But to be radio friendly, I'm going to say self. You've probably heard the phrase cover your own self or CYOS. It might sound blunt, but let's be real. In today's world, it's something we all need to think about. Covering your own self isn't about being sneaky or selfish, which a lot of people think that. But it's just to make sure you did your due diligence for yourself. It's about being smart, prepared, and protecting yourself in work, life, and relationships. Think about it. At your job, that might mean keeping receipts, sending follow-up emails, or documenting conversations. In sports, it's making sure you play your position, know your assignment, and don't put yourself in a spot where you'll take the blame for someone else's mistake. And in life, it's as simple as locking your doors, backing up your files, and having a plan B when plan A doesn't work. When CYOS, covering your own self, you're not being paranoid, you're being responsible. And there's a lot of people that they get caught up in that where they don't, that's usually a good way HR really get people. You ever work somewhere where they figure out a way to fire you, or they don't really fire you, they figure out a way for you to point out, or they figure something out. That's really a lot of the HR's job is if this employee is not performing well and it's just not going well with them, they can't just up and fire you unless you're on your 90-day probation. If you're past that and just something happens and it's just a bad deal for everybody, for them, for the company, they figure out ways to, and I've seen it done. So it's not like, no HR person is going to call up here and tell me that they don't do this, because I guarantee you every person in an HR position has done this. They figure out ways to tip the scale on that person, whether it's giving them a new position where it causes more work, or it causes their schedule to, scheduling mishaps. Maybe they have to pick their kids up at 3. They're the only person that's able to, so they get the morning shift. They're off by 3. No big deal. Well, now things change. Now we need you to stay till 5. Well, I can't stay till 5. I have my kids and all this stuff. Y'all know that, this and that and back and forth. Everybody's been there. CYOA is making sure that you don't fall into those cracks. It makes you less disposable at your job. Now, there are people that they just kind of fly off the handle, and I've seen it. I've worked with some. Billy, he was my boy, man. He was cool, but man, if you worked with me ever in your life, you'd probably heard the name Billy. And Billy just kind of let everything just go, I guess you would say. So he was easily fired. He was easily let go because he did not cover his own assets, if you will. So remember, covering your own self isn't about watching your back out of fear. It's about moving forward with confidence, knowing you're ready for whatever comes your way. So this is me telling you out there, before you clock in today, CYOA, or radio-friendly version, CYOS. Cover your own self at work, in your relationship, and in life. This is Micah Frazier signing off on Micah's Meta Moment on this beautiful Thursday morning on September 4th.